The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Well, if you haven't done it yet, text time to 312-591-8300 right now for a chance to get to Blink-182 in Miami.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
All right, well, the Bulls beat the Raptors last night, 116-110. Three players with 20-plus points. Debo, Vooch, and Kobe. By the way, when me and Megan went to the Bulls game a couple weeks back, they gave out Debo jerseys that were pretty cool, actually. And when Megan saw it, she goes, why'd they make jerseys for the guy from Friday? I said, DeMar DeRozan's nickname is Debo, and that's what it's for. But it would have been better if it was just for the guy in Friday. Rest in peace, by the way. He passed away, sadly.
It's very funny to know that there's a character in Friday named Debo and not know that's DeMar DeRozan's nickname. It almost feels like the Venn diagram would be a circle for the people that have that info.
Name. It's not.
No. It's funny to know one of those things and not the other.
Yeah.
You would think they would go together.
How many people are going to see that jersey and think it's for the guy in Friday, though?
I hope everybody. No disrespect to DeMar DeRozan. That's just funny.
The Blackhawks got blanked last night, 3-0 by the Sabres. And again, keep commenting because we know they're watching. The White Sox people, Case put up a blog, being the White Sox fan in the room because me and Kenzie are Cubs people, but the White Sox Stadium and commenting about them moving to this new 78 neighborhood, moving up. It seems to be a lot of mixed reviews mostly. I don't know, Case, if you've looked at every couple hundred comments there.
I will say this. You're right. It's probably about 50-50. But I'm really stunned at the White Sox fans that are into this idea because as somebody that's been a White Sox fan my entire life, I don't like the thought of this at all. Maybe part of that is that everybody hates change. We're all resistant to change, and Guaranteed Rate Field to be its home.
I thought you were saying cheese.
We all hate cheese.
Very resistant to cheese.
Everybody hates cheese. I'm like, I love cheese.
No, the Southsiders love cheese.
Okay.
But we hate change, and maybe that's just part of it. But I'm not excited about shifting a ballpark a few miles south and going, oh, we're in the South Loop now, everything's fine.
It just seems so expensive for such a small move.
It is a small move.
It's weird because we would never spend that on players. We just spend it on moving.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I still love...
I bet people would go there with good players.
I bet so, too.
You could have a crappy stadium and good players and things are going to be fine.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, I love that. You know, obviously Ohtani went to the Dodgers, but it really looked like he was going to go to the Cubs, and the Cubs fans had all of this hope, and it was kind of exciting. Even as a White Sox fan, I was like, oh, I hope he goes to the Cubs. The White Sox in September, while he was still playing on the Angels, literally gave a press conference saying, we're not going for him. He's not coming here.
No.
Don't worry about it.
We don't want good players.
Guys, it's not happening. Don't even think about it.
Yeah. I'd love to know.
Transparency is important.
They're a very honest organization, the Chicago White Sox.
It.
Yeah. I would love to know, talking about Shohei Ohtani, that he got to $700 million. And I would love to know if the Cubs were there, but he just chose the Dodgers, or if because they went all in on the manager, highest paid manager in history.
Maybe they shouldn't have. Maybe Craig Counsell stole Shohei Ohtani money.
Let's see, we're $10 million short.
Yeah.
Craig, can you just give back a little bit?
I think clearly the Shohei money was. I think the Cubs said they offered him $500.
I know they got in that range, but
yes.
I'm just wondering if they getting close to math.
No, I think they were like, settle down.
Well, how do you tap out just at that point? You're already at 500. Come on.
Easily.
700. Come on, man.
It's like the Sum 41 farewell tour. You're going to play for an entire year. Just keep playing.
Just do another year.
Okay, you have to think with Shohei, too, there's another level of, it's on his second arm surgery.
Right.
That's a lot of money for someone good at batting who may not end up good at pitching if something happens.
I know. There's a little there's risk there. However, the way they deferred that money, how he's only going to make like about $2 million a year from the Dodgers and make like $1 billion at the end.
Oh, that's just,
yeah, I know, right? And
not cool.
That shouldn't be allowed.
No.
That's cheating.
But doesn't it feel like just in life, rich people are just playing a different game with money?
They
know think?
Well, no, it's just they always know. They're like, well, I'm not going to pay taxes. That's silly. It's like, well, wait a minute. What the hell? How did you figure out how to do this?
Yeah.
The Dodgers are, it's not nice.
It's a bummer. It's a really good team already, and it's not fair.
I agree.
Why can't we be rich?
It's the most boring of the possibilities. That's the thing.
And they're too good.
Yeah.
It's lame.
And they're still going to get bounced in the divisional round.
It's like, whatever.
But you know what I'm happy about? You know what I'm happy about? We did get Shoto Amanaga.
That's right.
He's the best.
Hey, Chicago. What do you say? Cubs gonna win today.
I love this guy. I cannot. I want to run through a wall right now. Let's go.
Doggy.
Let's go.
Go.
Finally, Kenzie's football picks. Let's see if you remember what you picked at 7. Do you think so? Let's go through them.
Let's find out.
Text.
Let's find out live.
So tomorrow, Saturday, 3:30, that's going to be on ABC, ESPN. So that's the Texans at the Ravens.
Yes, I'm going to pick the Baltimore Ravens.
You did pick the Ravens earlier. Good job.
Yes.
What was your reasoning again?
I found out that it was, I guess, pretty lucky that the Texans won last time. Yeah.
Okay. Well, obviously.
And, you know, Edgar Allan Poe, Ravens.
Yep.
Be
That's right.
popping.
They always quote him before the game.
Is that what they do?
The Ravens are big fans of poetry, so they always
Okay.
read Edgar Allan Poe before the
Uh-oh.
game.
Did they marry their cousins like he did?
Did he do
He
that?
married his 13-year-old cousin.
Wow.
Edgar Allan Poe did that?
Yeah.
Who would have thought we have to cancel Edgar Allan Poe?
I like him, though, but I don't.
Well, you separate the art from the artist.
Yeah, I think I have to on that one because I really do. I didn't know that.
You're a big Poe guy?
I am.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know he married his 13-year-old cousin.
Well, it's one of the big facts. I don't know why.
I
If you're a
just
big
do
Edgar Allan Poe guy, I would think you'd know that.
I just knew he liked Ravens. I didn't know he was into 13-year-olds.
Yeah.
Should Raven black hair.
Let's go to the next pick. I don't know what to say anymore.
Anything else you want to bring up?
No, I don't. How about the Packers at the 49ers? That'll be tomorrow night at 7:15 on Fox.
Packers.
Why?
Because they just like always win and it's super annoying and I don't know what a 49er is. And it bothers me. I don't like that name.
Do you want to take a guess as to what a 49er is? No, wrong. Like, we're not going to make fun of you. Just what do you think it is?
A tool.
All right, we might make fun of you.
49er. Get my 49er. I gotta fix this. I'm putting my
I need a 49er stat.
I need a 49er.
I'm going to jump in with Kenzie on this one. And I don't really know either. Is
You don't know what it is
I think-
either?
Is it a minor? Is it like to do with gold?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
A
it's a
49er minor? Or are we just. Come on. That's not real. We're just rhyming now. You know who liked minors?
Who?
Edgar Allan Poe.
I heard his 13-year-old cousin was one. Okay, where are we at? Let's see. Sunday, 2 o'clock, Buccaneers at the Lions. Who'd you pick, Kenzie?
Lions.
Why'd you do that?
It's like their time.
Their time.
And we're just excited for them.
Yeah. That's certainly
Against all odds. Who would have thought?
one of the more interesting games because of Baker Mayfield's rise back to prominence of being a quality quarterback and the Lions, what they're doing for the first time in 30 years. Okay, last game, Chiefs at the Bills, Sunday at 5:30. You took?
Chiefs.
Why'd you do that?
I'm surprised the Bills were still in it. I find that very surprising.
Wow. And there you go. So if you want to bet, like I'm on DraftKings, I'll make a parlay for Kenzie's picks. Ravens, Packers, Lions, Chiefs. But I also disagree, and I think the 49ers will take out the Packers, and I think the Bills will take out the Chiefs. So I'm going to make a separate parlay. I'll do 2 parlays. We'll see
You
who's
really
right.
think the Bills are going to win?
I do.
Yeah.
They're at home. It's Patrick Mahomes' first away playoff game in his career. And I just think it goes back to that game, the redo of one of the best games in football history.
2021.
Oh, my gosh. Going back to that AFC Championship game. And basically, Josh Allen got left out because they go into overtime, and then the Chiefs win before they have a chance to score again and come back and score.
Wait a minute. So you're gonna bet the teams that Kinsey picks,
Yes.
but you disagree with them and you're gonna bet your own picks. You're gonna lose money no matter what.
No, because one of them might be right. And then
But the other one's gonna be wrong.
But the parlay could work out in favor of more money. I don't know how the odds are going to work out. You know what I mean? They're not exact.
This is the worst idea
Is
I've
there
ever
anything
heard.
fun to bet on, like shoe color or anything?
They only do that for the Super Bowl, really,
Oh.
those prop bets.
I like those.
Shoe color. You can do that. But there's other interesting bets on what goes on in the game, but not like, yeah.
Can we bet if the Packers are going to harass cheerleaders again?
It's a given.
Yeah,
That's
you can't bet that. It's minus 10,000.
That's right.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and time for the weekend Q101. Stuff going on in and around Chicagoland that you may not know about. Some of the stuff's even free, so check it out. And just before we get to it, make sure you've texted TIME to 312-591-8300. That's your chance to qualify for the grand prize trip in GTFO to Miami to see Blink 182. And just for qualifying, you get a $100 Visa gift card. Do that now. And speaking of music and concerts, Case will start off the weekend Q101 with that stuff.
Yes, it is. It is the slow season for live music in Chicago, but that doesn't mean that there's not some shows going on. I want to mention that our girl Meg Myers is at the Beat Kitchen tonight doing a very intimate Evening with Meg Myers show.
What a great setting that is for that.
Yeah, that's going to be great. So that show is sold out, but you can, pay a lot of money on the secondary market or maybe steal somebody's tickets if they have them and make your way into the Beat Kitchen tonight. And then with our friends at Lincoln Hall. So I mentioned it's the slow season for music here, but our friends at Lincoln Hall, they do a festival every year called Tomorrow Never Knows Fest. And this is between Lincoln Hall and Shuba's and Sleeping Village in the Metro. So starting yesterday and going through Sunday, there's all of these great local acts and some smaller acts and some bands that are going to be big in the next few years. They're playing at venues throughout the city. It's a really good time if you're stuck at home and you're bored and you want to brave the cold. Come down to the city, go to your favorite venue, and just see what's there because there's a lot of great. It's almost like a little South by Southwest, but for Chicago music this week. So I would personally recommend the band Squirrel Flower. I don't know why they're called Squirrel Flower, but they are.
Huh.
They are playing Lincoln Hall tonight. There are still a few tickets available for that. But all throughout this weekend at some of the best venues in Chicago, there's a ton of exciting new bands playing this weekend in sort of their effort to say, hey, even though it's cold outside, Chicagoans still love live music.
I love that because it also reminds me of how Riot Fest started.
That's right.
Riot Fest, before it was an all one venue thing, it was all the venues in Chicago taking it over for an evening and for a weekend, and that's pretty cool. I love that.
Yep, absolutely.
All right. Kenzie, what do you got?
My turn. Okay. So, comedian Brett Goldstein of Ted Lasso.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know this about him. I didn't know he was a comedian because if you watch the show, he's the one who plays Roy Kent. He got a serious attitude. Not like he does things that are funny, but it's because he's like in a pissy mood, not because he's telling jokes,
Yep.
right? So I'm shocked. I had no idea he was a comedian doing stops, but he's going to be at the Chicago Theater. He did a show last night, and he's got one tonight and Saturday.
Oh, that's cool.
3 shows at the Chicago Theater.
Man.
So if you're a Ted Lasso fan, Brett Goldstein, a.k.a. Roy Kent, going to be at Chicago Theater 2 more shows to catch.
That's crazy.
And I really am blown away by this because I was like, I have the wrong person. Because I thought Brett Goldstein was the guy who played Roy Kent. And I'm like, well, maybe I'm wrong. And I looked it up. And I'm like, holy crap.
Right on the money.
I can't believe he's doing stand-up. I would just... I'd be so intrigued, but it would be hard for me to get past his character.
Yeah.
So I would be very interested in that show.
Chicago Theater, and some tickets still available, I guess, for some of those shows,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah. Wow, 3 at the Chicago Theater. That's amazing.
I know. That's really good.
Weekend Q101 continues. Now, listen, I can't go to this because I can't come in Monday and have the weigh-in gain weight again.
You just ordered 2 donuts from Dunkin'.
I understand that. But over the weekend, I'm going to get serious.
Oh, okay. Then you're going to crack down.
No, Friday's fun. Saturday and Sunday, you're not messing around.
No.
Well, everyone knows that January 20th is when you actually start your resolutions.
And everybody knows when you're watching 4 NFL playoff games this weekend, now is the time to chomp down on some kale.
I have to eat fun stuff watching football. I can't help it. So maybe I will go to this thing and bring this back. So maybe, you guys...
Oh, the way you break is incredible.
You guys talked me into it. So Stan's Donut Fest on Saturday. So they're saying indulge your sweet tooth with a host of delectable sugary treats from Stan's. The chain is hosting its inaugural Donut Fest in celebration of their 10th anniversary. Congrats, guys. And the attendees will have the opportunity to sample 12 different flavors, including the Dreamsicle Donut.
Hello.
The Captain Crunch Bismarck.
Wow.
Get out of town. Tiramisu, cookies, and cream Oreo. Cookies, all and more. So at any Stan's Donut in your area, you just go there and check it out.
What donut do you want to smash from there?
The Captain Crunch Bismarck. And I give me a dozen of those. I love the Bismarck alone. That's my favorite donut in
and now
general.
you're putting Captain Crunch on it?
Get out of here. Forget about it. It's going to get ugly. Listen, there's a lot of other stuff on here that Case puts up a blog at Q101.com for the weekend Q101, including Chicago Restaurant Week kicked off as well. So check it out, Q101.com, and get out this weekend. I know the weather's going to suck, but maybe make you feel better.
What? Get out?
Yeah. Listen, we're Chicagoans. Weather doesn't stop us from doing fun stuff.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Bad Omens. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Lauren coming in next, take you through the rest of the day. Remember, tomorrow morning, 8 to 10, we have Brian and Kenzie throwbacks right here on Q101. So that's best stuff from the week, so make sure you listen to that. And, of course, the podcast at Q101.com. So your takeaways from the entire week of shows. You texted a minute, 312-591-8300. Case, what do you got?
Double features Mike, a man after my own heart, because he agrees with me. His takeaway, poor people, probably not into falconry. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just a very expensive hobby, and that's how it is.
Oh, my God.
I don't know. You can be in tune with nature.
Yeah.
Falconry's very expensive.
I'm saying, you know what? Full disclosure, I haven't looked into it a lot.
Really? How much does a falcon cost?
I'll look one up right now.
I'll do my takeaway while you're looking at the cost of a falcon. Herm checked in, 224. Takeaway. Brian is a Miami boy. And Kenzie has to be the top flapjack. And y'all are always making my mornings better. Thanks, Herm.
Thank you,
Appreciate that. Did you find the falcon price yet?
Falcons typically cost between $200 and $2,000.
Oh, my God.
But can go up to as much as $10,000. Those good Falcons.
Do the $200?
You got that good.
Did the $200 ones turn around and like eat your eye
Yeah,
out?
exactly. They're untrained. They're undisciplined.
Probably like missing a foot or something.
A wing?
If you're gonna spend money on a falcon, spend money on a falcon.
Yeah.
Why? Why would that be your biggest
You don't
investment?
want to skimp out on a falcon. Trust me.
What do you think happens if you buy the $200 Falcon?
You don't want to know.
Do you know? You seem to know a lot about Falcon. I'm very interested.
Trust me. Take my advice. You don't want to. You don't
They
want a
use the
cheap
$200
falcon.
ones at Arby's, apparently, according to some of our listeners. Jerks.
Kenzie, what takeaway you got?
Takeaway from Mitchell: wearing red gets you extra plain peanuts. Wearing yellow gets you extra BS. Okay, so the thing in a circle.
You miss a moment, miss a lot, go to the podcast. Anywhere you get your podcast, the Q101 Morning Crew podcast with Brian and Kenzie. Find it, subscribe, like, review, share, tell everybody about it. We love you. Have a stellar
Be a
weekend.
billboard
Yeah,
all
dude,
weekend.
Help us out. Jeez.
Oh, my God.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.